We're always expanding our accessory line, but let's talk about some of the ones that are available now and how they use them. One of the key accessories here, this is what we call a buoyant lanyard. This installs onto your housing, and what this does is it allows your housing to float with the phone installed. If you want the security that if your lanyard comes off your wrist that your unit will float, you should get one of these accessories to install onto your phone. MSRP for the buoyant lanyard is $15.99. One other accessory that's nice that works on all the housings is what we call the Pro Mount. This Pro Mount, what it does is it mounts onto the standard mounting plate on the bottom of all of our housings, smartphone housings. Simply put it here, tighten these screws. GoPro has a good variety of accessories that you can use for mounting in various locations. And so what this does is let you use the existing GoPro mounts to mount your WaterShot housing on your surfboard, on a chesty, however you want to mount it, but it gives you that ability to use those existing mounts. This also retails for $15.99. The other accessories that we have a maintenance kit. So there's a maintenance kit for the iPhone 4 housings, the 5, and the Galaxy housings. They come with the same types of things. They come with a new seal in case your seal gets damaged, or after a bunch of uses you want to replace it just to make sure it's in good condition. It comes with a new seal. It also comes with some of the rubber bumpers for the buttons. So our buttons use a conductive rubber bumper that's on the bottom of each button. This is what actually interfaces and touches your screen and allows when you press the button to create a function from the touch screen. Those can come off or get damaged. It also comes with some silicone grease. This grease is used on the seal just to make sure it's lubricated and easy to use and easy to open and close. Apply a small amount of this onto your seal occasionally. It's not needed for every use, but if the seal ever appears really dry, after you clean the seal with water, it's good to put a little bit of this grease on there. These are $15.99 as well. We also sell this accessory, which is just some extra desiccant packs. So like we talked about before, the desiccant packs are used to prevent the lens from fogging. You should put one of these in the housing when you're using the housing, and this is $8.99 for this accessory. We also have wide-angle lenses that are available for our housings. These wide-angle lenses allow you to take the field of view of your phone camera and get a wider field of view, which is nice for certain types of images. So these wide-angle lenses, we have two styles of wide-angle lenses. We have this style here, which we call a wet mate style, because you can take it on and off in the water. This lens has a thread on the back that matches the thread on the external portion of your housings. So whether you have a fixed port or a removable port, if it has external threads, then you can use this lens. So this lens threads on just the way the other filters and lenses do, where it threads onto the outside here. Just fully secure it here, and now you have a wide angle field of view. This lens uses 3 pieces of high quality optical glass. The lens is priced at $129.99. The other wide angle lens we have is the removable wide angle lens. So this lens can only be used on the housings that have a removable port. So you can see this basic iPhone 5 housing has a permanent fixed port, so you can't use this wide angle lens on that housing. But on the iPhone 5 Pro housing and the Samsung S4 housing, it has a removable port. So you're able to take off your standard port off of your housing, and you can install the wide angle port in its place. And now you have a wide angle field of view. Now what you'll notice when you take this port off is this exposes a hole to the inside of the housing. So this changing of the removable ports can only be done when you're not in the water, when everything is dry. This port is priced at $59.99. We have color correction filters that are accessories for our housings. We actually have 2 filters. We have a red colored filter and a magenta colored filter. They both work the same way. They're just used for different water conditions. The filter, what you do is you take it and you install it onto the external portion of the housing. The housings, the flat ports, whether it's a fixed or removable port, if it's the flat port with a flat piece of glass, it has an external thread. So you can thread this filter onto the housing this way. This can be done in the water because this is not a sealing mechanism, so you can take the filter on and off while you're in the water. It threads here, and what these filters do is they make more color contrast of your images in the water. The red filter is particularly designed for blue water. So you're in water that has a blue tint to it, or you're noticing a lot of your pictures are kind of faded and everything looks blue. If you install a red filter, it'll create more contrast in your images. The magenta filter also creates contrast, but it's more for green/aqua tropical waters, and you install it in order to get more contrast in your pictures if you're in greenish tinted water.